Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today you find me out on the South Downs at Highdown. I'm going to be taking you for a quick stroll around Highdown Gardens. It's spring of 2022, so I believe all the flowers and trees will be in blossom, so it should be quite a good sight to see. So we're going to head off up here. As you can see, the forget-me-nots and bluebells are out in full strength. So just a little bit of history about Highdown Gardens. It's part of the Highdown estate and was owned by Sir Frederick Stern, and he was a Anglo-Jewish banker whose main residence was in London, but had travelled down to the coast in 1909 looking to put a horse racecourse in the area, and it's done alright for Goodwood, so probably would be a good location for a racecourse. And then I guess World War One came into play, slowed that progress down, and yeah, he bought the house here along with the gardens, and spent the rest of his life devoted to horticulture. So back in the 20s it was world famous, and he was trying to grow things on a chalk soil. Quite difficult to do, but as you can see, he was successful. So he joined forces with the Rothschilds, and they sent people out around the world to places like China to pick up species of plants and then bring them back and grow them here. So this area had a refit a couple of years ago. First time I've been back since it's been reopened. As you can see, they've resurfaced it, and there's a new Vista Centre back at the entrance. So in this section of the garden is an old chalk cave. I believe years ago you used to be able to get into that area. It wasn't fenced off like it is done today, but there wasn't a pond at one point, but so I believe this was one of the first parts to be put in, the rock garden. Along with this pond, as you can see today, just undergoing some maintenance. This is the area of the garden they call the chalk pit. as you can see, probably was an old chalk pit. The edge of the bowl just up the top there. They've made good use of the garden. Obviously not the right time for it today, but you can sometimes find dragonflies in this area. Just butterflies at the moment. It's quite a big display of tulips at this time of year, so obviously you have to catch it at the right time. It's nice to see that with the refit they've put some signs in so that you can name the trees. Shame we haven't got smell-o-vision because it's very fragrant in here today. Large collection of King Arthur's cakes on this old and rotting tree. So going back to the history of Highdown, as I said before, this was set up by Sir Frederick Stern, who bought the house, and it was a weekend residence for the Stern family. They would travel down from London via train, and Worthing had a very grand station in its day, so it would have been a great one for people to get away, and I think a lot of Londoners used to come down to Worthing to get the sea air. They believed that the sea air had health benefits, and obviously it was much better than the air in London in its day. So they would bring all of their servants down with them, and obviously it started a passion with the Sterns, this area, and it was less built up in the day, so this was almost like a country house. I have not come across one of these before, but I guess it gets the colour from the colour of the bark. He then went on to develop the gardens, and the gardens became world renowned for the species of plants available to be seen here. Frederick Lyon died in 1967, and in 1968 gardens were given over to the council, and Lady Stern died, I believe, in 1972. So they've been well maintained by the council for the last 50 years. Bit of an antique shed there. So the stories of the Sterns, who used to have their tea served to them in this garden. I believe down by the pond in the chalk pit there was a summer house. The servants would have to make afternoon tea, and walk it through the gardens for the Sterns to enjoy. Probably not a bad place to work, to be fair. We have a look right out there, you can see the sea and the windmills installed in the sea. In the middle, lots of housing, but in the days when this was owned by the Sterns, that was all open farmland. Much prettier view. Here you can see some more of the chalk pit. This area is well used for mining chalk. The chalk was used to create lime, which was used in the making of cement. So this is the new Vista Centre, complete with disabled access. So just over there you'll probably be able to see the roof of Highdown house. This is now a hotel. Can't get any access to the house unless you're staying or eating there. Used to be the famous nightclub Sterns. So I'm going to end the video here. I'd just like to say thanks for watching. If you could like and subscribe, it will help me make more videos just like this.